Did you know the average American spends over $18,000 a year on unnecessary expenses? That's a shocking number when you think about how much money is being wasted. The truth is, most of us are overspending without even realizing it. But here's the good news. You can start saving thousands today with just a few simple changes. In this article, I'm going to share 6 powerful money-saving tips that will help you stop wasting money and start saving big. From discovering hidden treasures in thrift stores to learning how to shop smarter, these strategies are easy, practical, and will make a huge difference in your wallet. Stick around, because by the end of this article, you'll have a clear plan to save money on things you never even thought about. Let's get started. Chapter 1. The Art of Thrift. Mastering the power of secondhand. If you're looking to save thousands, it's time to start thinking outside the box. Way outside, to thrift stores, online marketplaces, and garage sales. You can find high-quality items at a fraction of the cost. In fact, a study from ThredUp revealed that secondhand shopping could save you up to $1,200 per year. By embracing gently used products, you'll unlock huge savings while making your dollar go further. Many people think secondhand means outdated or inferior, but that's far from the truth. Most items in thrift stores are barely used or even brand new. In fact, 85% of what we throw away can be reused, according to the Environmental Protection Agency. Why not save money and help the planet? Ever considered flipping items for profit? Platforms like eBay and Facebook Marketplace are booming with opportunities. Buy low at thrift stores and resell high. This is a perfect example of how frugal living can turn into a side hustle, boosting your savings while getting rid of things you no longer need. Furniture is another hidden goldmine. People often toss quality pieces just because they no longer fit their style. With a little paint and elbow grease, you can transform old furniture into something new. The average cost of reupholstering a chair is around $200, but buying a vintage one and fixing it up can save you hundreds. Thrift shopping doesn't just save money. It opens up doors to unique and rare finds. Whether it's a vintage jacket or a retro lamp, these one-of-a-kind items can't be found in your typical retail store. It's like a treasure hunt that rewards you with both style and savings. Now, let's talk about clothes. Did you know that 3 in 5 fast fashion items are sent to landfills every year? Thrift shops give those garments a second life, and you'll save a lot by skipping them all. Plus, the average cost of secondhand clothing is about 30–50% less than buying new. By embracing secondhand, you aren't just saving money, you're supporting local businesses and reducing your carbon footprint. It's a win-win for your wallet and the environment. Chapter 2. Money talks, but it's your habits that make it walk. Living frugally isn't just about finding great deals, it's about adjusting your habits. Small changes in how you approach spending can add up to massive savings. Take your morning coffee, for example. According to a report from Bankrate, if you spend $5 every day on coffee, that adds up to nearly $1,825 per year. Imagine how much you could save by brewing it at home. It's not just coffee. Look at your subscription services. How many do you have that you don't use? Data from Mint shows that the average person has 12 subscription services. Cutting back even just one of those could save you upwards of $120 a year. Meal prepping is another easy habit to form. Cooking in bulk and freezing meals can save you time and money. Studies show that meal prepping can cut your grocery bill by as much as 30%. Plus, when you know exactly what you're going to eat, you waste less food, which is an excellent habit to develop. Your utility bills can be another big area for savings. Simple things like turning off lights when not in use or switching to LED bulbs can reduce energy costs. According to the U.S. Department of Energy, switching to LED bulbs can save you up to $75 a year for every 5 bulbs you replace. Small habits can also lead to big savings in transportation. Carpooling, using public transport, or even walking more can cut your commuting costs. A report from AAA shows that the average cost of owning a car is over $9,000 a year. That doesn't include gas, insurance, or repairs. Budgeting might seem like a chore, but it's essential. The 50-30-20 rule is a simple way to budget your income: 50% for needs, 30% for wants, and 20% for savings. If you stick to it, you'll have more money for the things that matter most to you. Another way to curb unnecessary spending is by practicing mindful shopping. Before making any impulse purchase, ask yourself, do I need this, or is it just something I want right now? This simple practice helps break the habit of buying on a whim, saving you money in the long run. Building these small habits will save you thousands over time. It's all about consistency. The more you practice these habits, the more they become second nature, and before you know it, you'll be living more frugally without even trying. Chapter 3. DIY Mastery. Crafting your way to a wealthier you. One of the most powerful strategies for frugal living is learning the art of DIY. Whether it's making your own cleaning supplies, home repairs, or even beauty treatments, DIY can save you a lot of money. According to a survey by Nielsen, 55% of consumers are willing to pay for DIY services. But why pay when you can do it yourself? Let's start with home repairs. Hiring a handyman can cost anywhere from $50 to $100 an hour. Learning a few basic skills, like fixing a leaky faucet or patching up holes in the wall, can save you hundreds of dollars in the long run. There are plenty of free online tutorials to help you become a DIY expert in no time. DIY home decor is another area where you can save big. Instead of splurging on expensive furniture and decorations, why not make your own? Pinterest is filled with thousands of creative and budget-friendly ideas. For example, a wooden pallet can be turned into a stylish coffee table for less than $30. The average cost of a new coffee table can be over $200. Making your own cleaning products is another great way to save. Most store-bought cleaning supplies are full of chemicals and can cost a small fortune. By mixing simple ingredients like vinegar, baking soda, and lemon, you can make your own cleaners for just pennies a bottle. It's eco-friendly, safe for your family, and incredibly cost-effective. And let's not forget about beauty treatments. You don't need to spend big bucks at a spa to pamper yourself. Natural DIY face masks, scrubs, and hair treatments are not only easy to make but also much cheaper than store-bought alternatives. For example, coconut oil is a great moisturizer, and it's much cheaper than fancy creams. Gardening is another DIY skill that saves money while providing you with fresh food. Growing your own fruits and vegetables cuts down your grocery bill, and it's surprisingly easy to start. You don't need a huge backyard, even an apartment balcony can become a mini garden. According to the National Gardening Association, home gardens save Americans an average of $600 per year on groceries. The key to DIY is learning to value your time and creativity. As you build new skills, you'll find that you not only save money but also gain a sense of pride in your ability to create and repair things on your own. Whether it's a DIY project for your home or a homemade gift, the more you practice, the more you'll realize that doing it yourself is one of the most satisfying ways to live frugally. By following these tips, you can start saving money immediately while developing a new set of practical skills that will serve you for years to come. From home repairs to beauty hacks, there's a world of savings waiting for you. Don't forget to subscribe for more great tips on saving money and living smarter. Chapter 4. Eating like a king on a peasant's budget. You don't need a fancy chef or expensive ingredients to eat well. In fact, eating on a budget can actually make you more creative in the kitchen. Studies show that the average American family spends around $4,000 a year on dining out. If you cook at home, you can cut that cost by more than half. But how do you eat well without breaking the bank? First, meal prepping is key. It's not just for fitness enthusiasts. Anyone can benefit from prepping their meals in advance. The USDA says that families waste about 31% of their food each year. By planning meals and buying in bulk, you'll not only reduce waste but also save money. Cooking in large batches and freezing meals will help you avoid buying fast food on those busy nights. Don't be afraid to shop for discount items. Stores like Aldi and Costco offer high-quality food at lower prices. Research shows that you can save up to 20% by shopping at discount stores. Even buying generic brands rather than name brands can save you a lot, sometimes 30% or more. The taste is often the same, but your wallet will feel much lighter. Look for seasonal produce. Not only is it fresher, but it's also much cheaper. In fact, shopping for fruits and vegetables that are in season can save you anywhere from 10% to 50%. Local farmers markets can be an excellent place to find seasonal foods, and you may even get a deal by purchasing in bulk. Another strategy for saving is to use what you have. A simple inventory of your pantry and fridge can prevent unnecessary purchases. If you've got canned beans, rice, or pasta, build meals around those ingredients. According to a survey by the Natural Resources Defense Council, the average family throws away $1,500 worth of food every year. Leftovers are your friend. Instead of tossing that extra pasta or chicken, turn it into something new. For instance, roasted vegetables can easily be transformed into a hearty soup or casserole. It's all about getting creative with what's in your fridge. Lastly, don't forget about cheap protein sources like beans, lentils, and eggs. These are not only affordable but also versatile, meaning you can use them in dozens of dishes. According to the USDA, a pound of dried beans costs about $1.50, and that can make several meals. They're a powerhouse of savings and nutrition. By following these tips, you can eat delicious meals without splurging. The secret lies in smart shopping, meal prepping, and getting the most out of what you already have in your kitchen. Chapter 5. Subscription Overload. Time to break free. We all love the convenience of subscription services. But what if I told you that you might be spending hundreds of dollars a year on services you don't even use? According to a study by Deloitte, the average US consumer subscribes to 3.4 services per month. But many of us forget about them, or just keep paying because it's easier. The first step in breaking free from subscription overload is to review all of your subscriptions. That includes streaming services, magazines, apps, and gym memberships. The average person forgets about 1 or 2 subscriptions they're paying for, which adds up to about $200 per year. An easy way to audit your subscriptions is by using apps like Truebill or Trim, which automatically find and cancel unwanted subscriptions. If you're subscribed to multiple streaming services, consider consolidating. According to a report by Statista, the average US household spends over $50 per month on streaming. That's over $600 a year. Instead of subscribing to every platform, pick the 1 or 2 that provide the most value and stick with them. But it's not just about cutting entertainment costs. Think about all the apps you pay for, premium versions of Spotify, cloud storage, or even workout apps. Research shows that the average person spends $50 per month on apps. That's another $600 a year you could save by simply using free alternatives. When it comes to gym memberships, think twice before committing. Many people sign up for gym memberships that they don't use, costing them $500 or more a year. If you're not a fan of the gym, consider home workouts or apps that offer free training plans. You can even use YouTube for free fitness classes. Also, reconsider magazine or book subscriptions. Instead of paying for digital magazines or audiobooks, check out your local library. They offer free access to thousands of books, audiobooks, and even streaming services. Many libraries also offer apps like Libby, where you can borrow books directly to your phone. Breaking free from subscription overload doesn't mean cutting out all of your services. But by being more mindful about what you're paying for, you'll find a lot of hidden savings. Reevaluate, consolidate, and embrace free alternatives where you can. Chapter 6. The Power of Financial Minimalism. Less is more. Living frugally isn't just about saving money, it's also about simplifying your life. Financial minimalism is a mindset that encourages you to spend less and focus more on what truly matters. In his book The Minimalist Way, author Leo Babauta writes, "Minimalism is the intentional promotion of the things we most value and the removal of anything that distracts us from it." This philosophy can be applied to your finances, helping you prioritize your spending and find true happiness without all the clutter. The first step in financial minimalism is decluttering your life, both physically and financially. If you're holding on to items or services that no longer serve a purpose, let them go. Research shows that Americans spend an average of $1,500 per year on unused or unnecessary things. Whether it's clothes, gadgets, or subscriptions, simplifying your possessions will free up both space and money. Another key part of financial minimalism is shifting your focus away from consumerism. Instead of constantly buying new things, ask yourself, do I need this, or do I want it because it's trendy? One powerful strategy is the 30-day rule. If you want to buy something, wait 30 days. Often, you'll find that you don't need it after all. Living with less doesn't mean sacrificing quality, it means being more intentional. For example, rather than buying 5 cheap items that wear out quickly, invest in one high-quality item that will last. This strategy applies to clothes, electronics, and even furniture. According to a report by Consumer Reports, Americans spend an average of $200 a year replacing cheap, low-quality items. Instead, invest in quality, and it will pay off in the long run. Financial minimalism also encourages you to reduce debt and live within your means. A study by the Federal Reserve found that nearly 80% of Americans have some form of debt. Reducing that debt should be a top priority. Minimalism teaches you to live more simply, which makes it easier to avoid the trap of overspending and credit card debt. Finally, financial minimalism isn't just about saving money, it's about investing in what brings you joy. It's easy to fall into the trap of buying things to impress others, but real fulfillment comes from experiences and personal growth. Research shows that experiences bring more lasting happiness than material possessions. Whether it's traveling, learning a new skill, or spending time with loved ones, investing in experiences will always be a more rewarding choice. By embracing financial minimalism, you'll learn to live a richer life with less clutter, fewer distractions, and more financial freedom. It's about being intentional with your money and finding true happiness in simplicity. Don't forget to subscribe for more tips on frugal living and saving big.